Where does this all come from? And it's weird how life comes. 39, recently got married, always worked a lot. Probably when I was younger, I was making great money, was going out to dinner and all this other stuff. But then like something clicked, and I think eventually things click in life. Things become aligned. A lot of things that are happening in my life right now are surrounding myself with great people and having things kind of fall into place, right? Making 100 phone calls. So I come from a family, like my dad he's a phys ed teacher, an all-star athlete, still a monster. My mom's a nurse, always helping people, delivering food to people. Like that's us, right? My brother, great athlete, great father of two, husband. Me, recently a husband, and I just look to be the best version of myself, right? So this career, segueing into real estate, I don't care about anybody else. I care about me. I compete with myself. I move and make the calls for myself. I help people for myself, but I compete with myself. So like, from dating my wife, you never kind of want to take care of something that probably you should, right? So I have like a very, very rare disease that I just thought I was like everybody else. And some people with this disease can't walk, and it's super sad, and people make it work, right? So I make it work, but I've had struggles, and you just have to move forward because life's not fair, and you gotta just continue moving. So I work my ass off because I need to, because I don't want to go backward. I love when people are happy. I love when people appreciate me. I love when people don't appreciate me. I try to minimize that, right? Where could I have helped? Where could I have done better? Fighting something that I never knew I had. I thought I was just an athlete that just whatever, was not good at hockey, but like my bones couldn't keep up, right? So then I started playing golf, and I found great value in golf, and I love golf, and I just, what I have kind of caters to golf, right? So being able to find that and being able to move in that path really helps me understand that nothing's perfect, and people have struggles, but people want the same thing. They want to wake up without stress. They want to wake up knowing that there's money in the bank account, that they can pay their mortgage, pay their car payment, pay their families, right? Life throws curveballs at you. And I remember when I was like, I don't know, I was like 16, so I said, because I come from a very mentally tough family, but I'm still my mom's kid, right? And these tears are all of like joy and caring, but praying that I can handle everybody's stresses, like throw it on me, I can do it, because I figured out how to handle one deal. I figured out how to handle 3 deals. I figured out how to handle 7 problems. Eventually, you have 40 problems of clients that are relying on you to get the job done. And that's why I take so much pride in myself, because I don't want to let people down. I will be super transparent and tell you when things are not good. I will tell you when we have a problem. I will not go home with it because it's not fair to my family, right? But we're gonna figure it out. So having sellers with situations and buyers and everything, right? I used to hate phys ed class, and my dad's a phys ed teacher, because the standing broad jump, right? I was running like 15-minute miles because I was just like slow. But then like I figured it out. Like I have a learning disability that comes with neuropathy, and there's something called Charcot-Marie tooth that I can't remember things. Like if you put a book in front of me and I read it 16 times, I remember one book in my life, and my dad made me read it 100 times because at that point we didn't know what was going on. Moby Dick, Herman Melville, like I know that book in and out. But college, yeah, maybe I went to college and I played golf, but college was not for me because I went back to mortgages because mentally I was able to absorb that. I now listen to audiobooks, I listen to podcasts, I fine-tune myself with the weapons that I need, weapons being tools in life. I don't waste my time with like things that don't help me. I don't waste my time with it. I look at Ryan Serhant and I look at how he leads. I look at Tony Robbins and how he struggled with $20 in his pocket, right? And then it popped. I have David Goggins in my head right now, like, get up. Like, nobody gives a shit, right? But I am on a grind right now of finding myself, representing my sellers, my buyers, my bank, my agency. I am on a tear right now that I have figured out how to sell houses for the most amount of money, how to help my buyers get deals. I can see things and hear things in a conversation with the other realtor where I can pivot and go off feel. I know every single thing that's going on with every single one of my clients' transactions. It's crazy, right? John slows me down because he's got the CRM system and we bounce back and forth. But don't think for a moment, right? Because I know he's super busy, that I'm not popping in and say, hey, what's up? Did you pay that bill? Did you get the letter of satisfaction? Hey, don't pay your credit card down to zero. Leave $15 on it, because credit is one big Ponzi scheme. We need you to have credit. We need the credit card companies to acknowledge that they're going to collect money off the interest, whether it's $1. But if they're not collecting interest on zero, then it hurts your scores. Like, these are the tricks, right? But reading books, I don't know, not for me. But podcasts and the grind and motivation of what gets me up in the morning, right? Cortez getting off the boat with 600 soldiers, and he's just so close to conquering this land, this kingdom, and his guys were like, his army is like, how are we gonna do this? And he says, burn the boats. I'm scared to go backwards. So right now, 2022 in real estate, like, I love mortgages, don't get me wrong. Real estate, great 2022, but I am on a tear right now for 2023 and more. I learned something about myself that took me 39 years to figure out, and it's okay, right? You absorb it, but I refuse to watch videos that don't help me right now. Gary Vaynerchuk, like, I love it. And sometimes I come out to it and my friends are like, whoa, man, Kieran, like, chill out, you know? But I just think it's important to keep it going. And once you get that motivation and you figure out that one deal, now you know how to get 3 deals. Now you know how to get 4 deals. Like Dan O'Neill from, where is my friend Dan now? I'm not even friends with Dan O'Neill. We're probably gonna be friends soon because I just said it. But he started pushing content, great content, and doing things differently, right? Because he probably saw how the industry needs to change. And now he probably had to pivot a little bit because he's like, I'm focusing so much on content, but now I still need to do the business and the deals that really, you know, help me move along. Brian Karp, there's some major players. Ryan Serhant, Frederick, right? Frederick does his kick. I love it because he's different, and I believe I'm different. But the different people, I love awkward moments. I love the person that doesn't speak. I love being nice to everybody. It's just how I was raised. My parents would kill me if I wasn't nice to people, right? The cleaning people, whatever it is, they have a story. I have a story. We all have something in common. We just want to, like, be around good people. And there's a lot of hate in the world, and you have to watch out for the hate. And you have to know when to walk away from it. When we were all tough and young, we were like, let's go out and get into it, you know, not me, because I was like the last kid to get into a fight, but I had like a lot of big friends because I knew I had to have like a lot of big friends. You know, you surround yourself, you protect your goals, and as we get older, you realize that life is really, really short. You realize that the ones that you love are eventually gonna go away and pass on, and you have to remember those people. I love my grandma. My grandma was like this self-employed lady who it was very frowned upon for her to run a business of speakeasies and how to, you know, so that's where I get my business mindset from. And there's a lot of signs in life that you have to, you know, if you keep beating yourself up, it's hard. Don't beat yourself up too much. Instead of sitting on the couch and watching videos that mean nothing to you, you might have to segue and just really rethink your feed and get away from the people that complain, right? The loudest people in the room are the weakest. I like being quiet. I like people relying on me. We got deals going on right now. This is all good stuff. But I love the value of life. I love the value of health. Somebody's looking after me. I look after people when they go through the process of buying a house, getting the best interest rate, figuring out your problems. And I don't know, at the closing table, whether you close or not, or whether you buy a house or not, just know that you can use me as a tool to even just give me a call sometime and let's just chat. You know, I'll know if you're going through things because I'm sick and I just can pick up on things. Look out for each other. Keep moving forward. There's so much more that life has to bring. And I hope it's important to go put the phone down sometimes and take in the view and breathe the fresh air. You know, I think that's what life is. If you don't know how to find me on social media. Reach out to me if you have my cell phone. A simple question, I answer it all, I get back to you right away. I respond. I mean, that's like the biggest thing, right? I respond pretty quickly. I'd love to help you. Again, no problem is too big. And reach out to the link below and let's connect.